Right. Hello everyone, so I'm Saga, I speedrun this game. As you may have seen, I have also created a little icon for this run, if you may see. So yeah, it's not the best because of the limitations of the album creator, but it's whatever. So we're gonna go over there and get into the run. So I will be running the Nitro Cups category, which involves of the first 16 cups of the game. Now, on commentary, I have Midi and Shockwave TLS, so if you still want to introduce yourselves.
Hello, yes, I'm SMidi. I've not done as many runs of this category in particular, but I've done a lot of mission mode, which is a little bit different, but yeah, should be an exciting showcase.
And hello, I am Shockwave TLS. I speedrun a lot of different things with kart races, mostly Sonic kart races, but I was Mario Kart DS Player of the Month in July 2024. I'm just looking forward to a great run.
Right, okay, so I don't really much actually know, so sorry. Right, so the Nitro Cups category consists of playing the first 16 tracks, which is starting from Figure 8 Circuit, and we end the timer on Rainbow Road. So the Retro Cups here, we're gonna pretend they're not here today. So they're just gonna be out the window. We're just focusing on the Nitro Cup today. So the timer will start once I click OK. So if we'd like to count down, 3, 2, 1, go. Right, so this is Figure 8 Circuit, so people know this track as the Snake and Sandbox. Now, snaking is a very infamous technique that's been around mainly since the early days of Mario Kart DS. It involves chaining mini turbos left and right in quick succession, and allows you to get a stupid amount of speed, which allows you to just accelerate fast towards the track.
The drifting mechanics in this game are really cool. This was the last game in the Mario Kart series to have its own separate drifting mechanics. So in future titles, you can just hold a drift and you would gain different mini-turbo levels. But in this game, every time you press left and right, you get an extra drift level. The blue ones don't do anything, but the orange ones give you the boost. So if you go left, right, then you get a orange mid-turbo, and then the snaking is just doing that over and over again with a nice rhythm to it.
Now, as you can see, Figure 8 Circuit, we call this the Snake and Sandbox because it has a lot of like wide turns, which allow us to practice like our turns and that. When, like if we're snaking, for example, we need to practice taking these turns to get the best line we can. I'm gonna set up and blow shell dodge. So that there was a blow shell dodge, which I'm gonna explain now. So if you charge a mini turbo and you release it just before the blow shell bounces down on you, or like smacks down on you, you can actually dodge the blast, so it makes it essentially useless. So the next track is Yoshi Falls. It has a giant Yoshi egg, see there it is. A big Yoshi egg, I agree. It's massive. Now, there was a Mario Kart Wii task speedrun a while ago. It involves driving over the Yoshi egg, and the lap is completed in about 7-8 seconds. It's really fast. But unfortunately, we can't do that in this game because the egg is not solid, and it's also a 2D egg, which doesn't make sense whatsoever, because that would have been really cool to see.
There's a lot of cases like that in this game where like the items are all like 2D sprites when the character models are 3D, and that was just one of the ways to make this game work well on the DS.
Yeah, so we're just finishing up on Yoshi Falls now. We're going to go on to Cheap Cheap Beach afterwards. So that's Yoshi Falls. Got a 53, that's not too bad for a RTA run. So I'm moving on to Cheap Cheap Beach now. Now this is the first track where we can do something called PRB Reset. Now I haven't really explained what PRB is yet, so PRB, or Prolonged Rocket Boost, it's a technique where if you can maintain this perfect start boost through mini turbos or snaking, now it allows you to drive off road and you don't lose speed at all. So basically it's like an infinite mushroom. And PRB Reset, for example, it allows you to gain PRB back if you've lost it, but the requirement for this is you must drive over a boost panel and then charge a mini turbo in time, and basically you'll get PRB back, which can be helpful in some tracks, but not all tracks have boost panels. So unfortunately we cannot reset PRB on some of them. So this is one track we'll be able to reset PRB if we ever lost it. But because we are on 150cc, we don't go for the PRB reset, or PRB in any case. The reason for this is because of our speeds. Our speeds, because how fast we're going, once we drive off the boost panel, we end up getting a lot of air. Now, if we get a lot of air, we won't be able to charge up many turbos, so we potentially won't get PRB and we'll just be stuck in the water.
It's also nice to notice that in online modes, the engine class is always 100cc, not 150. So sometimes strats can differ between online and offline. And time trials can use this offline thing. We call that Wi-Fi strat runs. So the strats for 150 and 100 can differ for things like the PRB reset.
Yeah, so now basically what Wi-Fi strat is, it's basically time trials on 100cc, so it's basically the same as playing a Wi-Fi race, but instead of, you cannot use the shroom. So basically shrooms are banned because it's meant to replicate what a real Wi-Fi map should look like. Now on this track in 100cc Luigi's Mansion, you would actually PRB the track instead of just jumping over the stairs like we've just done there, because obviously the slower speed will allow us to do that. Now on 150 this isn't possible because the air time we get from being too quick. So I'm just navigating.
This mud section also with Wi-Fi is very interesting because the ground is so slippery. So blue shell dodges like we saw on figure 8 circuits are possible just with a normal mini turbo, but it's a lot easier to do them when you're on this like slippy mud. There's also like slippy road on Frappe Snowland, which we won't see today, but in 100cc Wi-Fi strat, it is great to have a blue shell show up in the mud section because it's one of the few times you can dodge it.
Yeah, now one thing I haven't talked about are the items. We just had a lightning there, so these lightnings can do a lot. So there is a shortcut I'm going to try at the end of the Rainbow Roads, well, halfway through the track. If we get hit by an item, the shortcut's Ghost. That's all I can say. We're not doing a shortcut. Because, well, this has happened in my last marathon runs of this game, where every time I've tried to go for the pipe shortcut, it's either a red shell, perfect timed, really good, or it's just a lightning. And we don't like lightnings. Now blue shells, obviously, we can obviously dodge them, so that should be no problem, unless, based on the terrain, we won't be able to dodge them all the time because of like terrain related things. Now moving on to Desert Hills. So I'm going to try to go for the PRB, but if I don't get it, this might be a loss here. Oh yeah, I missed the mini turbo, unfortunately, but it's okay, because it doesn't save so much time if we were to get it normally.
Yeah, so PRB does give you a little bit more speed. You might actually think that, well, a mini turbo, surely you would think you'd want to use the mini turbo immediately after your rocket boost, but because the rocket boost is slightly faster than the mini turbo speed, you actually do want to use those mini turbos to preserve that rocket speed.
Yeah. Now, one more things about items. Well, obviously we can dodge blue shells. Now, if we get anything such as fake item boxes in our as our weapon, we don't use them. We get rid of them. It's a no-no because we cannot block items with this. So it is a no-no. We don't want fake item boxes. They are out of here. Now these fireballs I also need to watch out for, because if I hit these, it's not going to be very good and I'll be in jeopardy. So please pray I don't hit them.
So we have about 20 seconds left of the track if we have any donations or messages.
Absolutely. Starting off, we have £25 from Cherry, who I think deserves a clap just for that previous run. That was just incredible to see. With the comment, keeping to my promise, let's ensure the idea of homelessness goes through the fire and flames for eternity. Very well said. And we also have £10 from Crazy Yo that has gone towards the Mario incentive, which is open and is now just over. I think we're getting towards the 2/3 of the way there, Mark. With the comment, and I think they've only donated this to get me to say it. Potato, 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 potato. Tetley Blimp trademark. Thank you for those donations. I can also confirm as well that Crazy Yo was officially the 99th donation for UKSG Green. So the next donator will officially have the unofficial honour and crown of being the 100th donator. And looking at the donations at the moment, we're at 1935. We are getting ever closer to that £2,000 mark. So please do keep donations coming in. Exclamation donate in chat. And if you do donate, please make sure to put it towards that incentive. We are getting close with that, but if it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it. So please do donate. Back to you, Saga.
Yeah, I was actually going to mention that potato comment. That was actually a comment I made last event during a run of, I think it was called, I can't remember the one. It was one of Nico's runs. If anyone knows, that would be fab. But
okay,
yeah,
that's fine. I thought, I'm glad you told me that, because I just thought Crazy was just trolling me. So we have context.
I thought he was trolling at first until I realised what that comment was, and then I realised, yeah, it was from last event. So
Delfino Square, as you might be able to tell, the shortcut path is faster than the main path, even without a mushroom.
Oh no!
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh no! I have to go back.
One of the main reasons is we were talking about the egg one. It has a really good off-road, and it is really nice for snaking. There are a couple of other vehicles that are used in time trials depending on the track. There's the Rob BLS, I believe it's called, and there is the tank. Can't remember the name, but it's Dry Bones' third vehicle. It's used for more off-road shenanigans, but the Egg one's a pretty good all-round vehicle for most tracks, so you'll see it in multi-track runs.
Yeah, now I think I'm going to talk about why I'm playing on the Japanese version of the game. Now, the reason for this is because it saves about 1 frame in between loading tracks. Yes, you heard that. 1 singular frame. Now, that may not seem like much, but let's say you're going for a world record, it can affect quite a lot. Like, if you're like 0.2 off, like if you were playing on the Japanese version, you would have had it then. Like, yeah, it's 1 singular frame. It doesn't even seem like a lot, but it is a lot, especially in a speed run. So, you tend to want that 1 frame. Like, we need all the frames.
Yeah, this is a fan favourite track here. It's Waluigi Pinball. Everyone knows this one. There are a few little cycles to deal with, especially with those bumpers there. But yeah, pretty standard here. And we should probably talk about the karts as well. I know Wave touched on it a little bit, but basically the karts you can use in this game have all different stats. We are using the egg kart here because that is just generally better for all of the tracks, but as Wave said, there are some tracks where you want to be using a specific kart, but because this is a full game run, you have to use a single kart throughout the entire thing. That was very close. Nicely dodged.
That's one, right. These pinballs, yeah, they will try my best to hit me, but I'm going to try my best not to hit them because that's going to be very bad. And I will lose quite a bit of time if I hit them. They really want to lose my run here, but I'm not going to let it happen at all.
In the very, in time trials, sometimes you can use the front side of the bumpers at the end to get a little extra speed boost when you're going down the track, so you can use the bumpers momentum sometimes to advantage.
Oh
that
my
is
God.
A huge target shock there by the CPUs. That was very well. That'd be good in a Wi-Fi match from them.
That's never happened before in any run I've done.
The good thing was there is that Saga actually managed to press A as soon as landing, and that gave them a little bit of a speed boost to get back on track there, which is, it minimises the time loss a little bit.
Yeah, we're just coming to the end of Waluigi Pinball here if there are any more donations.
Yes, absolutely. We have £10 from, I think it's Sky High? Sci-Hi? It could be one or the other. Please clarify.
I remember it's Sci-Hi, yeah.
Sci-Hi, yeah. With a comment, CTGP Nitro Speedrunner when? Smiley face.
Never, because I'm not playing that many tracks.
Good luck with the run. This game is brutal on the thumb, so make sure to take care of it. And we also have a £25 donation from Ori Sky. Saga, we may have started something here with the comment, potato, potato,
Oh,
potato, 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 portato, porta-potty tato, and potato, question mark. And that has gone towards the that £5 of that has gone towards the wrong warp for the new Super Mario Bros. And if I just have a quick check on that, We are, I think, we are £160 into the £300 target, so we're just over halfway there, folks, but we do need donations to come in. And, sorry, at the 11th hour as well. We've just had a £25 bid from Jamie Hotel Boss. For those of you unaware, Jamie is the staff member here at the Leonardo, who is our very good friend and has become something of our unofficial on-site representative. So thank you for that donation. With the comment, did I get the 100th dono? Say yes or I cut the power. Just kidding. Yes, yes you did. No,
Please don't do that.
But thank you for that donation. We are at £1,995 and 11 pence. How we got the 11 pence, I'm not quite sure. But we are just £5 away from hitting the £2,000 milestone. Who would like to be the one that snipes that? And for let's just say that Jamie, yes, you were the 100th dono. But thank you. Please do keep those donations coming in.
So this is Shroom Ridge. It is one of various Mario Kart tracks in the series that have traffic on them. There is another one in this game called Mushroom Bridge, but we won't see that. But it's things like Toad's Turnpike, Moonview Highway, etc. Yeah, I also should just mention about the CTGP Nitro comment. That is a fan-created tracks that have been added into this game, and there was something that I was contributed to as a part of a competition a few years ago.
Now the next track, DK Pass. I'm sorry for people who like this track. I don't like it.
Aww,
the terrain sucks. Here, I'm going to show you why. This is why.
Yeah.
This is why. And these snowmen are also why, because I hit them too many times in each run. And that's why I don't have a great PB.
Coming up is a really interesting part up the top. We won't see it on lap 1, but there is a item box at the top and through some off-road, and it's a very special item box as it can only give you certain items, which I believe are triple mushroom, star, mushroom, and there's a 1 in 200 chance of getting a red shell. You can figure out how I figured that out at some point during a competition. But yeah, so this means you can pull power items in first on this track, so it is very interesting to play on Wi-Fi, where you have people getting like really powerful items at the top of the pack.
If I could just make you aware, chat is very divided. This is either the worst map or the best map of the game.
Oh, I didn't time it right.
It is
okay.
very hard.
We're going to go for the box here. I'll show you this box. So maybe it's a star? Yes! I'm going to use it just for the speeds, because this terrain sucks to drive on, so
yeah,
use it for the go fast.
Yeah, so whenever you want to initiate a drift, you have to hop in this game, as with most Mario Kart titles, but with the terrain, as Saga mentioned, it is really difficult to actually get anything good going here. You might notice as well the items. You can see a bit of a preview on the touchscreen, and that gives you a little bit of an idea, if you can glance at that at occasional points, of what items you might be expecting to come up.
I hope no one heard your voice crack there.
Sounds like you did.
I did indeed.
we're just coming to the end of DK Pass if there are any more messages.
There are, sorry, just 1 second. I'm just literally, as I was just checking the 2 that we had, a third one came through. We have had £20 and 5 pence from Yoshi Kid with the comment, beep beep, donation coming through, first time here, but it looks like a great community supporting fantastic causes by having a great time. Good luck on the Mario Kart DS run, broom broom. We have £10 from Edgar Allan Potato.
Oh my God.
You did there. Quoth the Raven, potato. And we also have £5 again from Jamie Hotel Boss. 5 more for 2K, I guess. And yes, with those donations, and I can confirm, Jamie, you may not have been the 100th, but you are the person to take us over the 2K barrier. UKSG Green is officially at £2,030. Thank you, everyone who has donated. Please do keep them coming in.
Now, I'm going to explain. So this cog at the end of TikTok Bok, the reason why I stopped a bit and obviously drove over it is because I can actually get a speed boost after flying off the cog. Once I drive on top of it and just fly off, I get a massive speed boost, so it saves a bit of time. It's really good. Also, I don't know what's going on with the amount of potatoes. I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah.
Well, we
no.
On that note, sorry, Saga, we have had a £20 donation from Lair with a comment. Fantastic event so far. UKSG has been a part of my life for just over a year now, and it's been so important to me. From a Kart 64 player, good luck, Saga, John Tato.
Aww.
So one of the things you might have noticed when Saga said TikTok clock, yes, this is based on the Mario 64 stage of the same name, and I think the creativity in the Nitro tracks of this game is crazy. We'll see one coming up very shortly that is based on airships from Super Mario Bros. 3. And the creativity of basing them on older Mario titles is really good. And also about the red shells. The red shells are crazy in this game. They seem to, usually in other games, the red shells target the back of the player, but sometimes if the red shell barely misses, it will kind of like arc its way around and it can side hit you or even hit you from the front.
Yeah, that's right. The next track is Mario Circuit. This is a PRB track, so I'm going to try and get it. I didn't get the boost, unfortunately, but it's okay. I can still I can go fast. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
it is incredibly tight to keep it, and there is a method to be able to see in sort of replays of ILs of this game the amount of PRB someone has, and it is always very, very tight, the amount of PRB left, so every mini turbo needs to be exactly right just to be able to hang on to it. So it is incredibly difficult.
You need to get it from the start as well, because if you mess up even the first drift, then you can never get it again unless you do a PRB reset on tracks with boost panels on them. But in the case like Mario Circuit, there is no boost panel, so you can see the effects of a PRB for yourself if there is off-road very near the start. If you just drive into it with a starter boost, you will see that you go over the off-road, so you don't actually have to know how to snake in order to see the effects of PRB.
Right, now, one thing I didn't explain is why we're using this combo. So this is Dry Bones on the Egg 1. Now the Egg 1, in terms of stats, I don't know what happened with the red shell, but it just went on its own. That's funny. Now the Egg 1, it's the best overall cart for 32 tracks in terms of speed, acceleration and handling, which is really important, especially if you're snaking like this. Now, Dry Bones is also the lightest character in the game, so on parts of off-road it'll be easier to also perform mini turbos. So we tend to use Dry Bones in a lot of our runs. I know a lot of runners also use Toads, which it is a little bit heavier, but it's a very small difference, like it's not even noticeable.
In 2v2 Wi-Fi matches, you'll usually see players play as 2 Dry Bones and 2 Toads, just to differentiate each other.
Usually, or they would just play like any character on the Egg 1, because character choice doesn't matter when you have PRB, because you're already going off-road without speed loss, so character choice is no matter.
I'm a big Mario Egg 1 fan, personally.
Yeah, I know someone who uses Mario Tank online, so there's also one thing I forgot to mention. I really wanted to mention this. Waluigi Pinball has a shortcut called the Super Bounce. Now, MKDS community member had named this the Oingo Boingo. Yes, you heard that right, the Oingo Boingo. I really love that name, so thank you, Purins, for that. That is really amazing. Wish I could have done an Oingo Boingo, but unfortunately it's too difficult. And it's not possible in RTA, I don't think anyone's done it yet.
So this was the track I was talking about based on the airships from Mario 3. This is Airship Fortress. This is the track where I've got my best time trial. The time trials have various different levels, and this is the one where I've got the highest level for the time that I have. Oh, we might be able to get the blue shell. Ooh,
I hear a blue shell. Actually, I don't know if it's going to come over here. Wait, it could. This happens usually. Yeah, of course that happens.
Went through the ceiling to go and get you. It was that determined.
Yeah, blue shells do like to no-clip. I don't know why. They seem to not have like any body or tall to them. They're not even solid at this rate. They have no-clip cheats on.
There's about 30 seconds left of this track if there are messages or donations.
Yes, absolutely. We have a £25 donation from Race Pro UK with the comment, Cherry's run was so epic, it'd be a crime not to donate match lesson 3. And yes, that was an absolutely amazing run. And we also have a £20 donation from John Kart with the comments, let's go Saga! And that has gone towards the donation incentive. We are getting very close on that. I think we are just £65 away from meeting that incentive. And I am spying Emmy in the chat. It appears that we are trying to turn this into a potato meme, but so far I have managed to get through those bouts of donations, having only mentioned it myself there, so maybe I'll sabotage myself. But please do keep those donations coming in, potato-based related or otherwise.
Yeah, now one thing I didn't mention about the John Kart comment, that was hilarious. Basically, at the start of the event, me and Scorch, during Leah's run of Donkey Kong Country Returns, we were going to, oh no, I didn't get the PRV. We were going to make donations and just put John in the comments, or Donkey Kong, which I obviously forgot to do it, but like, that's how John Kart is a thing, so. Can we petition to name this game John Kart DS? And then all the characters are just John.
John on the John 1.
John on the standard John. And I hear a blue shell.
Yeah, let's see if we get this.
Yes!
Yeah, so we're on the final cup of the game. This is the first track of the Special Cup Warrior Stadium. There's a bunch of boost panels, so there are plenty of opportunities to PRB reset, which are useful for going around some of the biggest turns. But as I say, it's a very, very, very hard trick. Here we see we saw a little bit of it there, which was really good. But is one of the...
oh, wait.
That was nice.
I nearly had it there. I never did this on 150. I can only do this online.
Yeah, and even with the higher speeds, that it's also quite difficult. You run out of room quite quickly because you not only do you have to keep the speed, you also have to keep a nice racing line and take the turns whilst also having the PRB timer not go to 0.
Now the little bumps at the end of Wario Stadium. We also have another name for this. This is called the K-Mac Hill Clear Supreme. Yeah, it's quite there's a lot of weird names for the shortcuts and stuff in this game, but I love it. It's generally why I play this game, because I just like to name these weird shortcuts, like a bunch of weird stuff. Like, I don't know why where the Oingo Boingo came from, but it's a really creative name, in my opinion.
Very short moment for donations at the end of this track here.
Absolutely. So they are coming thick and fast, and I just want to... I know I'm repeating coming in a lot, but there's a lot of love here, Saga. We have £5 from Freya with the comment, good luck from Freya, Ray, Rox, and Molly. You've got this. P.S. I presume this... I haven't Googled this, and it is a Mario Kart term, apparently. RC1I2 non-PRB with cucumber.
Yeah, apparently that's like a meme I started.
Yeah, it's Choco Island 2, isn't it?
Yeah, one of the worst tracks in the game. I'm sorry, Choco Island 2 fans. I don't like this track at all. Like, not this track, but Choco Island 2. It's really bad.
It is a retro track, so we won't see it today. But yeah, I don't like Choco Island 2 either.
I actually used to call this track Poo Poo Island 2. Very weird.
One of the interesting things about the retro tracks in this game, because this is the first game to have the traditional 16 retro tracks, and each track in order comes from one Mario Kart game specifically. So the first track is always the SNES, the second track is always from Super Circuit, the third track is always from Mario Kart 64, and the fourth track is always from Double Dash. So that is very interesting from this game. And in the future games, it could be any track basically from any game.
So that kind of helped me, so I wouldn't go on the off-roads. So that's kind of helpful. Thanks, CPU, for that. There are some times where like lightnings and stuff can actually be helpful. It really just depends on where you are in a certain track. But 95% of the time, they're bad. We don't want lightnings. I've had enough of them. They always like to cook my runs fully.
If you love losing time, you can go right at the statue at the start and go all the way around if you fancy losing several seconds for no particular reason. In Mario Kart Tour, where this game also appears, they do make use of that turn. And I believe also in the 8 Deluxe remake, they completely chop it off entirely so that you can't take it.
Now the next track, I always lose time on this. It's Bowser's Castle, so I might need to lock in for this because I always lose time here.
Yeah. Every single Mario Kart game always has a Bowser's Castle and a Rainbow Road, and this game's no exception. One of the things with this specific Bowser's Castle is there is a section where there is like a swirling tube of sorts, and you can fall off this tube, and rather than getting picked up by a Lakitu, you simply fall to a lower section and have to take a much, much wider path in order to come back, so it is worse than falling off.
Now, by lock in, I don't mean you guys need to be silent. You can still make noise if you want. Oh, yeah,
Nice.
that's... Oh!
Still
Honestly,
making it along the lock,
better than going down to the lower section.
But I
Yeah.
spawned at the lower section.
Anyway.
Yeah, making it across that log there, not only with making it across, but with the drifts as well, is incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
Now, you see why I lose time on this track?
Yeah, so as the tracks get more complicated, you're also still trying to keep up as many drifts as you can, so you've got to find out where to execute all these drifts and be able to take all of these very tight turns. So it is a very, very hard Mario Kart game, and they definitely they decreased the overall skill in future titles and replaced it with different types of skill, but in terms of like raw driving skill, Mario Kart DS has got to be up there as one of the most complex.
I'm playing it safe there. I can't fall off.
Yeah.
That would be very, very bad.
Yeah, so if you fall off there on the log, you do have to go the long way around. Costs a few seconds, but would be fine, but of course staying on the log is preferable.
People can trap that log, and it is horrendous to try and get off over that bridge Wi-Fi. There is also a other route to the left that I'm not sure why it's there. It is always slower, and the route that Saga goes is quite obvious. It's not very hidden.
Ooh, that was really lucky because I could have fell off there.
Yeah, sometimes you can get that little bounce off the bridge, so there is a little bit of a nicety there.
This is probably the last moment for donations before we have our next track.
Okay, excellent one. It's just a quick one. It's £5 from Geordie E, I think. Can we officially call this the Potato Saga?
Now, this is the final track, so if you want to read anything out, please go ahead.
Well, I'd just like to take this opportunity just to remind everyone that jokes and donations aside, which are all lovely, we are raising money for Crisis, a charity that is looking to bring homelessness to an end. So if you can donate, please do. As you can see, we like having a lot of fun with our donations here, and we are more than happy within reason to read out any nonsense you want to send us. So if you want to donate, you get the opportunity to add a comment, and you can make the host, like me, read out potato 8 or 9 times in a row in varying different styles and fashions. But thank you everyone who has donated so far. We have now officially just gone over the £2,100 mark, which is just absolutely incredible. But
Wow.
back to you, Saga. Let's see this run get off to an incredible end.
Right, I'm going to try pipe shortcut. If I don't get it, I'm going to be upset. So I practice. So, oh, there's a blue. Wait, hold on, no wait. I could be okay. I should be okay. I've still got a bit till the shortcut.
Well, yeah, big
And-
round of applause if he manages to get this, because I've heard about it and it is one of the most ridiculous shortcuts that I've ever seen.
So either I get it, or I have bad alignment, or it's items. Let's see. Let's see. Which one's it going to be?
So we're going to get to this point here, we're going to turn around and we're going to aim for this pipe, and we're going to try and do a respawn.
Come on, come on, come
We
on,
need
come
to
on.
respawn near the corkscrew.
Yes!
Yes, well done!
Finally!
Well done, that is huge.
Great job there.
You don't understand how much I've wanted to do that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've practiced months for that.
All day we've been talking about the pipe shortcut there, and even to just get it a single time is on the marathon is absolutely huge.
Oh!
Wow, even better there with the how the slope is there on the corkscrew. That
What do you
was
say, I'll do it
even
again?
harder to time.
What do you say? I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
Perhaps.
Do it again.
Go on, do it again. Do we have faith, Roo?
Oh no!
Oh, red shell. Oh, it
Yes.
said bye.
Come on. Oh! That's alright, it's alright.
One
Yeah.
is still incredible to see.
And we can't go for it again because it's a lightning.
Yeah, lightning
And a red shell.
And a red shell. They were just making sure that you didn't get any wise ideas there.
And another one. Hello.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but on the loops and the corkscrews, if you continually hop at the very start, you can get the engine to go really high up in pitch. I'm not sure if it's faster, but it is a very interesting little bit of tech.
Time is coming up on the finish line, by the way.
And time.
Well done.
GG's.
GG's.
Wow, that was something. So yeah, that was Mario Kart DS. I was very nervous before this. I didn't think I would get a decent time, but hey, it went very well. So thanks to everyone who tuned in. Thanks to the audience for making a lot of noise. I really appreciate that. Thanks to the MKDS Network community who have helped me get here. I'd like to say just thank you to UKSG for having me as well for Nitro Cups today. If you'd like to say anything, now's the time.
I would just like to say, thanks to Saga for this incredible run. It's been a great audience for this. I do a little bit of Mario Kart DS occasionally, not recently. Wave, what about you?
You can find me on YouTube and Twitch at ShockwaveTLS. I will stream Mario Kart DS on Twitch more often, but I especially stream the World Championships that take place every year. I'm a big supporter of that, so you'll see me there.
That's one thing I want to talk. So it's an online tournament we do, the Mario Kart DS World Championships. If you're able to play online, please participate. There's a category for those who don't know how to snake. It's really worth your time, so I highly recommend participating. And I also like to thank Midi and Shockwave TLS for coming out to commentate.
Thank you.
So if hosts would like to say anything, now is the time.
Fantastic, and once more room, just a round of applause for Saga for that run. Really, really awesome. And we have, just taking us out into the intermission, we have a £5 donation from Sci-Hi with the comment, John Kart DS is in development now. I'm currently working on replacing every string text with John. Wish me luck. And that has taken us to 2,110. It's actually been really lovely to see so many donations come through during that run. Thank you everyone who has donated. We are going to go into a brief intermission, but do not go too far, and maybe get your thinking caps on, because we'll be back shortly with a Flags of the World quiz. Do not go far, we'll be back very soon.
I'm excited for that.